Papa, Mamu ni atemu. Na yedu ma ye call nursing school no. Ye ni me.
Live on Union 95.1 FM, we are looking at a year. The nurses almost strike on Marco, and then the life in the Minhudi Amenka cry. Yes, the ordinary nurse, no, the life net is saying, or can no more muhu. I mean, the sense that they go through are perhaps as young, we don't really appreciate it. But what I will say is that we do appreciate what you do. And so we they are different.
95.1.
And so the appreciation might come in different forms. But some of us and most of Ghanaians do appreciate what the nurses do. But there is an issue. Nobody can say their nurses for a demand in any fair. Because any fair and government and signing and agreeing to.
Yeah.
So government has agreed.
Yeah.
Then now the bone of contention has to do with implementation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I make implementation, cause even engagement on. I still want to know more. Apart from their working minimum, so experience baby.
Yeah.
Because normally and then baby you post your more you could catch him, but those days no, you call villages near the end. How is life? I mean, life in those areas for next areas.
As someone working into me after Central University in 2017, I got very interested in research. Lots interested, and my research, was not academic.
Okay.
Mine was me call GIG kakra ekosia PR advertising and marketing. And at the time no na me wo Ridge Hospital emergency. And me who say me colleagues are no, they were burning out like it was not funny. So me sebi me kai bi mu yawo, but there were times and some of our colleagues had breast cancer. Obi o duty near friend send papa ka baby e was sentiment. It was torturing us. Now there na me kura kasa papa so na kwaso no yare na me tenkran show bi die na me papa nso sunyane it was too bad. Me ne a doctor for paying or her emergency, so Dr. Watson any painful binom eka yobum said they bit me a cry, and that was what my research idea started coming in. Then they bit me a year for yourself, and this time wasn't for just nurses and midwives, but was for the entire emergency team. Then they bit me a year cry me niaje. Na ya you walk pony aye penalty. Not your work crass here on your internet. You would cry there. Say now we have a lot of skills on the internet. You could go, you could browse and have fun. Yes, exactly. Some of us were so depressed, so tired. BPs were escalating. Like as we speak now, we have a nurse who had just died of kidney failure. We could not transplant. She died. And the father, who was a very sick Muslim man, had to bury the bar where we used to go went to manage the first salary. See, I can't imagine my colleagues in the village. And see, one the infant say, oh yeah, my colleague Krana Sebi, won't found poor a beer, some of us can push for you to come to these state of the art hospitals. What about those social media? You see them, they are walking through dirty galamsey water to go and dispense healthcare. Now let's forget about that scenario. Now infants say wako collapse when swanaba. When some of us, our kids are so tiny. Say, into so I remember this incident. Now superintendent Ian, now Trata so now I caught 2 villages ahead of her. Now I logistics to come and work in her village. See, my dear brother, I have seen one of our nurses died in the northern region with cancer of the liver, and I'm still in touch with the wife. Nemano nabako 2 years, nabako 1.5. As at now, I'm not saying say I'm better, but she writes to our NGO and we try and do what we could do for her. But can you imagine what these people are going through? What is the source of entertainment in a village where there is no internet? What is the relief? What is the who brofo
life? Again, a best sustaining the life.
Some of them there is no electricity. Some of them, but could be so be so
95.1.
Yeah, the little upper west, like far away. But the husband is here. There bill, the chronos on your log. Into how is she maintaining her marriage in her attempt to give to humanity? I'm a pastor's daughter. The old Sunya Michemeno, Ebiafe Yenina Yepe. I know the implications of what these are, but I serve a God who also bent Sodom and Gomorrah when he was angry. So please don't try and say I'm sorry, but some people say they are not on strike. Into that group, they can take care of those people. But for some of us who have nursed patients with colleagues, who have lost their husbands, who have lost their wives, who have lost their parents, who themselves were a patient and have died.
FM,
No, we've seen it all. I have seen it all. Currently, we have retired nurses who come to the hospital and join queues with the same patient. No system, no stratified system to take care of retired health workers and to think about retired nurses and midwives. I mean, what? I me buy area. Me and me Tommy Nyoma. By the grace of God, some facilities will refund some percentage to you. What about those facilities that cannot? Let's talk about the peripheral hospitals. When you accident, that is the reality. Just say, when you want to say, we improve healthcare. Number one. And we're pushing our Kosher village be number 2. And we're far away from the family number 3. Not just what say, Nelson, one person and some one say, one co school no now be nursing tino. What say more like you want to us to like your
95.1
mental states in Ankasan, you degrade. And I can say, no man, you now or Makikano. The truth of the matter is that, and you're in a bobia ho, me patcho, and yet me lecture. Me lecture and book of the one mame ho. Sebi nyado sebi ebru ma no desumina so me bibia nwui na mabeji funeral allowance na de ni papa wu yeswe na de ni kuna wu e na de onu ankasa so wu ani kunu su se na no yiri ba adwuma na nsuo fa no bi ye akwala bia June 4 bi nsuo fa ni 10 years ago ya na oba night duty ye then ye ma ne papa what about this girl onya kidney failure no what duty what I say into almost way papa bia what nurse ne ba ne only child. Now we woo in the line of duty. And for pania war one crofo, or be kutani HIV or their bill be soon HIV. Me one nurse be a mobile good them, a bimusun to me who are the Emosway. Me castle be in your bill, but me come and talk quite to me kumobi. But what I say, and that's why I keep telling my colleagues that when it comes to the communication of this unionized stuff, I am going to speak for me. The reality of the day-to-day happenings in the ordinary Ghanaian nurse and midwife. And I don't speak for the union because I'm not an executive of the union. But I know that the union is speaking for us because they have had engagements with us.
Okay.
On the list, and they, when you are my captain, Abu Bosho, allowances are more DGN. Say, as you assume. We are nurse, new open a 2 allowance. Open height allowance. Open funeral grant or say funeral allowance. See a mouse cabby. I buy mouse cabby over 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Aye. And any favor, and no cremamin can and remove. Mini a captain, or ya no to Chimrica or no Mahando. Bibini on the boss. Na o miss some ye. She the idea be drew hey, and yes, and no man not to or take ready, no so I am piano or one. The idea be drew hey, a institutional specific allowance, a no market to any. Osha, ye condition of service now, Appendix B is only 8 items, 8 in the Ghanaian Laniska. It is hard the Okika 2 allowance, no, nurse, no, Panny and I, the one set to scoop, no, I didn't know the Mumitano, and your hospital only do. And no, it doesn't apply to us. See, so our general allowance now, Kano. you find it in the condition of service, but it's not applicable to nurses and midwives. A general category 2 and 3 allowances for all public sector workers.
But Osha more documents now, it's in it.
Yes,
and it's nurses and midwives allowances. And now condition of service.
Me say it's a general allowance. It's negotiated by public stand joint negotiation committee, and yet even less upon they negotiate. TUC, any organized labor, any negotiated that category 2 and 3 allowances for all public sector workers. So it's not applicable to every professional. So let me choose 2 things. One, height allowance. Nana, captain, and as you go for frostro, so for frostro for fadia, the allowance, and height for be a carpenters, and I said be a electricians. Juma or hospital, and Juma or the health sector, but the mechanical category 2 and 3 allowances, boom, and offer teacher for allowance, a condition of service. Who start doing now? And just a teacher is qualified for all those things. Okay, two allowance, and I make come once and normally you should be one. Our hospital, and 2 allowance is not applicable to us. And I said, be a ethics department of a particular hospital. Not or you need tools to be access or the energy hospital. No one could procure or not, or the baby hospital. No document near Chiano and young nurse. Height allowance. And to be brace, no be brain. It's open everybody. Who a teacher, who a carpenter, who a tailor. Once I hear Juma public sector, and you have from teacher who this is Obiara, or your mama buying a Ghana is covered by that category 2 and 3. And you know, it doesn't mean say we are nice, and but specifically so to every profession. Anytime I say, and no man be black at the boss, and you say a disabled assistant allowance, but the American say it's not applicable to us. But it's still Obi a nurse, not or you're disabled. Now say Obi a piano the neighbor a Juma. So the panel na disabled assistant allowance na and your nurse no. And then even another nurse say be about what na we disabled. Because me go check temperature. Name me push you. No go check temperature. Na say yeah, my allowance. It is our captain someone more can. Yen nwan wo to a gun of any. Na me ya pass a captain. It me yes adian. As his teacher as a journalist bibinia.
There be I don't know if it's in the bargaining agreement.
Yes.
And that one.
It's not applicable to everybody because of the uniqueness of your profession. But as I say, one single document, public stand joint negotiation committee, yeah, they can't be out there. If you would a woman, would it's one complete document. So you add it to your institutional specific document.
Right.
So it will be part of your condition of service. But it doesn't mean that you are entitled to everything in it.
But at the end, you are entitled to it. Uniform allowance.
Institutional uniform allowance. It's clothing allowance. It doesn't apply to us. It's institutional specific. Clothing allowance. Almost a buy a small. Clothing allowance no more can. And Penifon, I say be a hot clothing allowance, be a not sad, be no much on. Penny, as one as one called Geneva, and go to and yeah, workers in book. Say be a TUC for, and is it TUC for? To say be a Dr. Papuan and Profoya, or more good Geneva. Now, I said, almost a beer, winter coats, be no idea. And no, apply to them. And then next, it's a uniform. It's uniform allowance, they separate into appendix B now. Only institutional specific allowances. And only account was the idea of strike and yes, a tall list of allowances. And only 8 itemized allowances. And no crown, some are not monetary. Mammy won't show. Mammy show. I can't want joke. The captain not to wear in the ground. If you want me to
wait, I don't know.
Some misinformation, disinformation, and no more fault. Mammy Panther because the bit my say or town document and that's Abraham Necroa. It's a bit my boss. I take him much on. It's yen appendix B, no, yeah, show her. Just quick one. The following items were agreed upon in the stated manner. Number 1, book and research allowance. It's specific for only nurses and midwives who teach in nursing training college. In total world, you are not entitled to book and research allowance.
Right.
Okay. And so, figure 2 billion now, I'm about the best sheet. Oh, Mamma for months, I'm programming you. There's some Anthony Diche Ghana for that. Number 2, uniform allowance. You have uniform allowance in 400 Ghana cedis. 2020. And you call a negotiation 2024. Yeah, they are 1,000.
1,000 every month, and I say a year.
You have every month your uniform. Hey, 1 year. 1 solid year. Back up near the madness. 1,000 to uniform. 1,000 to uniform. Next form a tariff fighter show me green show me. 1,000 it means a uniform.
Autumn Nabutan, I'll call you much. Utumi to material, me a pump, nipa pam here. Nipa by pam uniform.
Me have a uniform and yet material and Pawaka.
Belt to come.
Bet to come.
Watch be bombable.
Watch press watch our sources to come. It's in Ruhoshi. Yeah, quite negotiation. Not estimating near 3,500. And you go for any board. And of this, but 1,000 million about 3 months later, so I come as a book. 80,000 ekrama may count. Yeah, 400 dada.
Tiaka 600.
600 in a year, may say a year, and yet every month, because every month next into uniform.
And at the
number 2. And you're very non-basic allowance, and 8% of our basic salary. Meaning about you cut 8% of your basic salary. Basic salary, a year. Sasika kwetwe na
allowances nka ho
ya sanka ho it is next for no be home basic salary 1,500 2,000 2,500 and you say 8% of 1,500 is that and no cry
and nipa dom ne here nipa ba ko de nkanye ska ba wo ka nipa de bi no a
mami nche mu ncho
metia
woni mu se ni e free bibi market premium 2020 2013
yeah.
And employer men koka ban employer edit tabo to your market premium ne so tabre no from enroll nurse in the Omo na Ghana no ye ka obi abom but that she be come on from enroll nurse to senior nursing and midwifery officers ye ma 58% of their basic salary as market premium. From principal nursing officers and DDNS, Director of Nursing Services, they're almost 75%. And specialist nurses and midwives, also almost 75%. And senior specialists and consultants, almost 100%.
Yes, a big woman.
2013, and employer no every tabo to so. Emma Adiana and Cafes Ninka, market premium, or salary cone any money market premium, so couldn't kaka. Say tepe. Every tabo to
no, and then that's for nkwa.
Across
board.
Me try the other my business as they too much training.
Me tia.
Ain't you know, the tabo to so na adia form me no ka say market premium no. Next for in Kuala Lumpur is almost like 15% of their basic salary. They're not 58 to 15%, and Penifone like 18%, 21% of their basic salary. Other healthcare workers, and honor in Tremundo. Omo de ya maso ama omo. Me no ka say make me send you pay slip. Who compute the basic salary no? Who compute the market premium to the basic salary? It's almost like 90%.
Other healthcare
I have integrity. There is no way the between I would like to. Other healthcare workers I know me my take.
Well, see, Mrs. Baby, Edre. That Muko meeting.
I
could say, yes, this is here, you are more to retired nurses in Ramebwa.
Oh, and them, Dr. Crobia would be a big macron or Casa, what's the Casa? Or no, so I retire to if you're or did you know home and this is crying. Now I see. Omo man ne transfer ka ho na omo ohwe pepper ben e na ban no de hwe omo ana employer no de hwe omo a omo ya dwuma 30 something years me nua ba me se uhu nurse sika midwife sika doctor sika pharmacy sika a odi kofia ubesu
onua 95.1 FM